Yesterday, when I went to work around 7 a.m., my manager, John, who happens to be such a cool dude, he came to me and said, Jose, I'm going to need a couple of guys to work the overnight shift. At that moment, I just wasn't in the mood to keep working past my regular shift, which is from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. So I quickly told him no. However, I got on the horn and spoke to my wife. And my wife right now is not working due to her left knee. Her doctor put her out because he simply didn't want her to work while experiencing that pain on her left knee. So he put her out for 2 weeks, and she just recently had an MRI done. And after we find out the results, most likely she might have to go for surgery for that knee. So anyway, when I told her about the fact that I didn't feel like staying, my wife suggested to me that I should stay because I'm the only one bringing the bread home. At that moment, I was simply in my feelings and in my thoughts. I just simply didn't want to be at work. I just wanted to do my 7 hours and go home. I was very selfish. I was very prideful. And then that's when I said, you know what? She's right. She's not working, and I am working. So I went back to my boss and I told my boss that yes, I'm going to stay. So that decision led to a triple shift. I worked 3 shifts from 7 to 2, and then I took a break, and then I went back to work at 6 p.m. from 6 to 1, and then I punched out. I crashed in a location at my job, which I will not reveal in this video. And then I punched back in at 5 a.m. and I punched out at 12 p.m. So that was my journey. Not knowing that the Lord had something in store for me, you see. There's a reason why I'm sharing all of this personal information with you. As I was heading towards the express bus on Madison Avenue, from a distance I saw a group of people with signs in their hands. And as I got closer to them, some of their signs were based upon anti-abortion. These people at that moment appeared to be pro-lifers to me. So when I walked by them, I gave them the thumbs up. I gave them the peace sign just to show them that I am on your side, guys. And then I stood by my bus stop waiting for the express bus. And I was watching them from a distance because they wasn't too far away from me. And for over 20 minutes, I was just standing there and I was looking at them. And then I said to myself, you know what? Go over there and talk to them. Talk to them. So I walked up to them. You know, I'm not really a people person. I tend to be very I'm an introvert. I tend to keep to myself. So as I approached them, I said, is it okay for me to take a picture with you guys? Because, I believe in what you believe in. And one of them was holding up a picture of Jesus Christ in his hands. And then that's what made me say to them, I am a Christian like you, and I am on the same page with you. So one of them passed me that painting of Christ, and they were recording me as I was speaking on behalf of what they were doing. So I don't remember word for word what I was saying, but basically I was saying that, I am a Christian like my brothers and sisters over here, And I am also against abortion, yada, yada, yada. I was saying things related to that. And they, that brought smiles to their faces. They were very pleased with what I was saying. And then the brother handed me this card, right? Here it is. The name of their organization is called Orthodox Christians for Life. And on the back of this card, it will let you know that, hey, if you want to help us out, please donate if you can. That's the main reason why I'm sharing this video, making this video, is because I want to lift up their cause for Christ's sake, you see. Let me wrap up this video by saying these last words. Going back to the beginning of my day, yesterday morning, I just simply didn't want to go to work. I simply didn't want to do the triple shift, those 3 shifts that I just mentioned minutes ago. And at that time, I didn't know that Christ had something in store for me, which was that meeting that I experienced with my brothers and sisters on Madison Avenue a few hours ago. Let's just say I decided to say no to the triple shift. That means that today I would have went to work like I normally do from 7 to 2, and most likely maybe I would have missed them, you see, because I left at 12 p.m. And when I was heading towards the bus stop on Madison Avenue, that's when I saw them. So there's a possibility that if I would have said to my boss, John, you know what, John, it's okay, I don't want to do it. And then the next day, which is today, go to work, do my 7 to 2, and then leave at 2 o'clock, walk towards Madison Avenue, and not see them. You see what I'm saying? That would have been such a missed opportunity. So my point in this video is that Christ worked all things together, you see. He worked out those thoughts that I had yesterday when I told my boss, you know what, I don't want to do it. And then when I spoke to my wife, she convinced me, yeah, I think you should do it. That would help us out because I'm not working right now, and you are working right now. So Christ worked all that out so that I can have this wonderful, unique experience, which is meeting my brothers and sisters, you see. And before I forget, they allowed me to take pictures. Here it is. There's me. And those are my brothers and sisters, right on Madison Avenue. Awesome. Here's another picture. Let me see. This is a little close-up. This is the brother with the picture of Jesus Christ. This is the picture that I was holding while I was speaking in front of their camera. And I reached out to the brother through this app that I never heard of called Telegram. And I asked the brother through Telegram if it's possible for him to send me that video that he made regarding what I said in the video so that I can share it on Facebook and on my YouTube account. So I'm still waiting for his response on that. So, my people, please support them. Orthodox Christians for Life. Please donate if you can. And another thing, going back to what I was saying, it's amazing how God works all things together for good for those who love him, for those who he called according to his purpose. And because of that unique experience that I had, now I am motivated to keep in contact with them on a regular basis and donate whenever I can, because we're getting closer to the end, my brothers and sisters, and we have to put away this way of thinking. What I'm referring to is doing things our own way. Our own comfort zones, they're nice, but at the same time, it's like a double-edged sword. It's good for you, just to get away from things, but at the same time, it's not good for you if all you do is dwell in your comfort zone, which is a personal bad habit that I have, and I'm not afraid to admit that. And Christ definitely knows how I get down when it comes to my comfort zone. So that was the reason why I keep saying that was such a unique experience. Me standing there with my brothers and sisters. I gotta share this picture again. I mean, for me to stand out there, those of you who personally know me, let me get rid of these notifications. Those of you who know me personally, you know that I don't do things like this. And if I said to myself, you know what, let me just get on the express bus. Let's just say I just stood there and I just kept watching them from a distance, and then I got on the express bus without approaching them. I know I would have been kicking myself in the tush, and then later on, ultimately, I would have prayed to God and said, Lord, wow, what? It was such a missed opportunity. It was something that you handed to me, and I didn't take advantage of that delicious plate that you handed to me. And that plate was what they were doing out there in the heart of Manhattan, right? On Madison Avenue, in New York City, which happens to be a Democratic state, for them to stand there holding up those signs against abortion, watching people, because I was watching people walking by, and they, the looks on their faces wasn't pleasant. There was no smiles on those faces, because a great majority of the people that live here have no problem with abortion. Okay? This is, this place, this is not for you if you are against abortion. You know what I'm saying? If you, let me not get off topic, but wow, I'm just overjoyed about the fact that I had such an incredible experience, and I just wanted to share all that with you guys. We all need to stick together. We all need to pray for each other. We all need to stand up for what is right, not just on social media, but out there in front of others, which can be, it could be pretty scary, because there's a lot of people that don't like to be out there on the street letting others know about the biblical standards. And guess what? I'm one of them, because I'm not used to being out there on the road, literally letting the world know that this is where I stand when it comes to the gospel of Christ. I'm not used to that. I'm used to preaching the gospel, sharing the word of God on YouTube and on Facebook, and I've been doing that on those two platforms for over 10 years. And it doesn't bother me. I'm very comfortable in those areas. But I believe that this experience that I had was no accident. It was no coincidence. This is something that I believe that God is he's working on me when it comes to being more outspoken for him, not just on social media, but in person, from face to face with others. And I'm hoping and praying that if you're like me, who is so accustomed to just preaching the gospel on social media, and then at the same time when you're out there face to face, you just don't want to go there in front of other people. I hope that this video will encourage you to take those thoughts and feelings to the Lord in prayer, which is something that I do, so that God will guide you out from that place in your life, that place that's keeping you, that's preventing you from becoming the person that God wants you to be. This is the Preacher Man signing out. May the Lord Yeshua Mashiach bless you all and your loved ones. And in Yeshua's holy name, I say all these things. Amen. Peace.